All right, y'all, we need to talk. It's come to my attention that this generation is losing the understanding of the coffee date and its importance. The need for immediate gratification is just so much, and people have so much more options, and people move so fast paced that people just expect so much from other people from the get-go. So something as inconspicuous and chill as a coffee date is now just seen as like a cheap activity when it's anything but, and I'm going to explain to you. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why your first date must be a coffee date. Now, let me give a quick disclaimer, because I know some of you are not going to like that. First of all, we are in new times, and, you know, many people are going to want people to switch things up. And a coffee date might just seem pretty boring to someone, like going to the movies with somebody, which is fire, by the way. Ain't nothing wrong with going to the movies. So for many of you watching, ask her out on a whole other date. Ask her to meet you out on a happy hour, or to go hiking, or do something fun. You asked her out, so make sure it's clear you're going to cover everything. It's on you. Once she locks that in, it's very imperative that you say, cool, by the way, let's go get some coffee first. That way, she's not worried about, oh, wow, we're just doing a coffee date, that's it. You know you got some stuff lined up after that, but it's imperative you do the coffee test. And that brings me to the point of this video. The reason why the coffee date is mandatory is because this is how you do the coffee test. Coffee date divination is really only possible in a coffee shop. You can do it anywhere else they serve coffee, but chances are you're going to be having that coffee with other stuff. And the coffee shop is a sacred place that enables this level of divination to really purely be felt. Hypothetically, based on how I see you drink coffee, this is going to let me know whether I should invest in more dates with you and whether I'm even safe with you, the type of person you are, everything, just through one coffee date. From minute details as much as did she show up late, did she show up on time, did you have to pick her up so she arrived with you. These small details mean a whole lot. But here is primarily the most important part of the coffee test, and that is, how does she order coffee? This is the holy grail of the coffee divination test, and you don't want this to go over your head. Now, what someone orders might be a reflection of just how they're feeling in the moment, but given that first impressions are everything, you want to assume that this is how they like coffee all the time. There are many different facets to the coffee test within a coffee date, and you know, you can add more meaning to what different little things mean, like if they order food or not, or if they just drink coffee. But I'm going to break off a little bit of game relative to the type of coffee they order. If she wants a creamer, sugar, or any kind of sweet stuff to mix with her coffee, that is your little princess. She's sweet on the inside. She's delicate. You gotta take care of her. Okay, you gotta shield her from the harms of this world. A shootout happens, a burglar comes in the home, you tell your little princess, stay in the back, boo. Yeah, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna go handle this. Bah, bah, bah. If she drinks that shit black, that's a cold motherfucker. This woman is no nonsense. She was born to survive and last through the most harsh of conditions, and is probably the toughest within herself. A burglary happens and there's a shootout. You take an extra gun. Here, have this gun. Oh, I brought my own. Blah, 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 blah. And now you busting together. Now, is she vegan? Does she not even drink coffee? Like, does she choose to drink water instead? That's a healthy girl. All right, you got to be particular. For some of you, that could be a red flag. You don't like coffee? Like, you got to know these things, brother. Even how she drinks her coffee is crucial. Does she just... or does she just gulp that shit black? That's a red flag. Can she drink it hot, or does she have to do one of these? That's going to have a special meaning to you. Is she against the coffee date on the first date? Huge red flag. Wanting more for yourself and having higher standards is a good sign within a man and woman, but expecting too much from someone you hardly know that well on a first date, you just want to be careful about that. That's why if it's like a money thing and or a boring thing, ask them out on another date before the coffee date. So you got that locked in, but make sure you stop off at the coffee shop first to do some coffee date divination. Now, does she have any food with the meal? Because if she has food and not just coffee, she greedy. She gonna eat all your resources. No, that was just a joke. That was just a joke. The divination just for the coffee part. So if there's any food, you have to judge based on that. But this is strictly just for the water, the coffee. Now, unfortunately, most men have lost the understanding of what the coffee date is even for. And unfortunately for many women, it just ends up being boring, tasteless, and just kind of predictable. So the coffee test is a really good opportunity to see how fun you and someone else is. Because, I mean, if you can't make a coffee date work, you're not making any other date work, buddy. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And ladies, tell me where we're going after this coffee date. Let's say I asked you out and we agreed to meet somewhere after this coffee date. Where did I ask you to go, and where did you agree for us to meet? What do you think would be a great idea to do, like right after coffee?